everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Utah Utes, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Utes will kick it away to start us off. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks offense will take the first swing at... And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
The Ducks will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So the Utah Utes offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
The Utes in the hurry up. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
To the ground with the back.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. They go right back to it. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utes! Getting set for the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Ducks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Oh, gave the defender the business. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Utes moving quickly to the line. The option look. He'll pitch it. Just buried it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get the ball.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Hand off from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
From the gun, the ground game. What a cut. Now he's loose. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll try to run for it. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Got it in the middle. It's Dickey. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. A new set of downs after the completion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Dances away to buy time. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he left him grabbing. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Oh, as he puts 3 on the board. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Into the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And the penalty will be accepted. The offense says, thank you very much. And the Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. The hand to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Gets it out fast. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. It's good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Off play action on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires downfield. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
This time it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Ducks are threatening on first and goal. They want to just keep throwing it. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Grab near the marker. It's Williams. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Firing deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Offense gets set for second down. Trying play action. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, it's a reverse. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on fourth down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a defense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like you've had an enjoyable day there today in Eugene. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh. They're hurting this defense.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. It's complete. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be moving.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game. Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. I'd really like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? He's looking deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Utah! And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but they've got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Red pass, it's complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dickey. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
They'll go to the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, he makes the catch. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Baird is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
If I'm the offensive coordinator right here, man, I'm trying to find some easy gimmies. I'm trying to find a way to make this offense easier right now because everything seems hard. Like last week too, man, just completion percentage is not great. This offense is just not moving like it should, and they got to find some ways to make this thing easy.
Well, this offense can get after you a variety of ways in the running game, and one of the ways they do it is by using their wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's going to take off. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
He now has 79 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Now on 2nd down. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline and you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Trying to take it back. What a momentum changer as he makes the interception and then takes the return up to the 50. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offenses.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Now the play fake. He'll get rid of it. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. They run the reverse. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
A lot of times you have these guys start, these wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be jet sweeps. Just find ways to give him the football because he can get 5 yards in a hurry when you need those plays, especially when you want to mix it up on the defense and keep them guessing.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it. They've got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. Offense getting set for 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it.
And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
goodness gracious. This is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Ducks will punt this one away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball.
He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fires to the middle. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field. You're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing?
And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They want that clock to run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. He wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Offside. Defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer,